Hello and welcome. Right, are literally right back where I was. We just bought Field 6 and we've got the master plan. It is true. This literally lent itself to this, and also it is its location. It's right where we want it to be, right? And it was the starting field that I was going to do. Looking at it, it's not as big as I thought. Seven is smaller than I thought. They're not as big fields as I don't know what it was when I looked at them. I thought they were really big fields, but they're not really. But yeah, we're going to sleep till the morning, and the prices will be dropping a little bit. But we're on the very cusp of the very best possible prices. So it's such a shame that I sent the tree devourer back. I can't believe it. But yeah, we're gonna. In fact, we could sleep anywhere for once. And yeah, I mean, we all know it's a game. It's not like you could now 9 o'clock. We'll check the sales as we do most mornings. Although we've got very little money, really. And of course, it's going to be typical that we can't have any loans. And I think it's my. It's all right. I'm on my gaming laptop. And if it goes onto battery, that little click is my timer. I have a timer for during the night when I literally am uploading, because the battery. It's always best if you've got a laptop to cycle the battery to let the battery do a lot of work. But if you've got a game on laptop and it goes onto battery, all of a sudden it goes into conserving power mode, which means your graphics go all awful. So yeah, well, we lost a little bit, but say that's the windmill is making a difference. That's all I wanted. I just sort of to compensate a little bit for the fact that obviously we're being charged for 2 yards, really. Right then, so what is in the sales? Oh, we've got the Impress, which that would be a nice. It's a wrapper as well, so that would be nice. Although I'm finding now, with using the Omatana a lot, that it's a bit of a disadvantage, the wrappers. Yeah, even the quick bale, that is a fast bale, I always get mixed up with this. The quick bale, I think the quick bale's the original one. Yeah, if we go to balers, yeah, the ones that are wrappers now, if you're going to use the Omatana, I've said this, the Omatana really ought to be one of those things that's a staple almost every single time. Now, there's the 12,000 ones that are, well, 115. I said it was 150 yesterday. Yeah, these ones, they're absolute amazing. Obviously, if you're going to do that, I think personally you've got to go for a square picker-upper. But anything with a wrapper, if you're using the Omatana, obviously it's wrapping straight away, and therefore it's shooting you in the foot. There's also these ones that have dropped a little while back that I've got in. I would like to try, but it's the quick bale. So it's the quick bale, and there's the quick bale, right? I think I've always had the quick bale. Yeah, there's the original one, isn't there? The which is called the fast bale. That's right, the fast bale, the Giants, that one. So yeah, again, that's just a standard. Oh no, they're a wrapper. It is a wrapper as well, isn't it? It is. I thought it was. Yeah, so those sort of give us a bit of a disadvantage. Now that one you don't have to go. Isn't that's net wrap? Oh no, yeah, that's right. It's not a wrapper. Yeah, you can actually add a wrapper on the back. So yeah, those that wrap now, really, if we're using the Omatana, which I intend on almost it being a staple, really, of every single Let's Play going forward, because I'm trying to get into the habit of using modern productions rather than old school things. Yeah, I mean, you've got to sort of get with it. That's what the game's about. You haven't got to, and I mean, doesn't mean to say if everybody wanted me to do one that didn't have production so predominantly that I wouldn't do it. But yeah, anyway, time is a ticking. We've only got 15,498, and we have got no, we want to be using the John Deere because it is the most powerful, only by 5 horsepower, I might add. Where did I leave it? I think I left it. I think it was actually. Did I take the thing back down to the shop? No, I thought I got the fence down at the shop. Oh no, I haven't. It's there. Right, smashing. We will switch lights on because it is really dingy, and we will release the tree devourer that we have only just set back. I don't believe that. We've got a nicer size cultivator now, and with no cheating involved. We stuck to my guns. I said that we would only if it was we'd only swap up if something appeared in the sales. So they did. Right, so then forestry equipment. Yeah, actually, you're saying that we could have actually bought it, but I do agree with what I'm saying. It is funny. I've always never known whether to lease or to buy, and I often you want to own it, so you buy it, and then you think afterwards, you think I only used that 3 times. If I'd have leased it, it would have cost me 4,500. So it is true. So I think we are going to lease. And if we use it 3 or 4 times in the Let's Play, we're going to use it a lot now. So if we have higher leasing costs than normal, of course we've leased this 70 tonner as well for, yeah, we're going to do sort of both. We are going. This is going to be a bit of a monster. It really is. Oh, hang on a minute. Are we going to hit behind us? Ooh, it's going to be close. Now then, if we're clever, we should be able to inch without whacking those boards and doing some damage. Yeah, we're going to literally. Do we devour everything first? As I said, we are going to rebuild the forest. I do feel quite strong about this. Yeah, really about damaging trees because of the reality of the situation. I know it is only a game. I know these are only pixels. I know they're only zeros and ones. But it's the representation of me doing this. If I was in real life, would I be so damaging trees? And the answer is I obviously am. So yeah, I would also replant a forest. Now, is there a sneaky way into 6? I'm sure there is. I'm sure, isn't it? Well, we're gonna investigate. Yeah, I'm sure one of these leads down to. I'm hoping I'm not going in someone's actual private. All my life, I really am going in someone else's private property. Just make sure though that it doesn't go past this. It doesn't scoot before it gets seen. No doubt on camera. It was some strange man in a tractor came down your drive, and yeah, that's we're doing the one thing you're not supposed to do, which is to reverse onto it. Well, it's not a main road, but yeah, in Britain this would be highly frowned upon. But really, what choice would anybody have in this instance is the one thing I'm going to say, because yeah, oh, you're going to do that? I think we will. I think we will. And you stick to your instincts. Your instincts are often right. Although they weren't right then. That's definitely someone's private yard. And let's remember our indicators, what they are for. Oh, what? You know, you'd gone past me, you absolute nincompoop. Seriously, no swearing. Let's keep you nice and clean. Yeah, right, so then, I think it is one of these. Is it this one? No, it's past a wooden fence. I remember now the conversation. Not this one, it's this one. It is, I remember now, I do. I knew it was something like that there was like a drive for it. Oh, my life, what on earth? I think it's just the ground. I was coming wide because I knew of the trailer behind me, but right, so then this is all ours and there is a lot of it, so with no further ado, do we? No, I'm thinking of, yeah, what I did. Right, I'm going to go straight to a time that says a lot of work to do there is, and we're going to grab us this. So I'm going to keep account, obviously it's going to keep account of how many trees we chop down, and for every one we chop down, then we really do need to be sticking to it, and then I will feel alright. We've cut down 21 trees so far. Wow, that's more than I thought. Mind you, they do, yeah, the one thing I'm going to say, the count on those straggly trees that are almost like a bush, I'm not really including those, so I think what we'll do is we'll reduce the count by a quarter, because it seems to be quite about right. There's a lot of those spindly type trees that really aren't trees, that are just like bushy type things, and you don't even get any wood chips from them either. But we'll play by ear. Oh, forgot about that. Yeah, so I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Well, at the time, that's for a minute. Just to explain, I was determined I was going to stick with this one, but it's not able to. Yeah, the brakes. It's not got enough power to hold back the trailer as it's getting heavy. It keeps pushing me. So I sort of thought, yeah, I'm going to get at least a bigger tractor. And I was like, no. Farmers have to do this, but when it starts to become dangerous, when you can't. Yeah, when you can't control things like this at present, it really is. I think at that point you'd have to sort of go for bigger guns. We know there's a lot of money tied up in this. Let's go for a medium one. I don't want to go for one of the really large ones because it's going to take me over the limits. And this is a finite resource, even though it is much bigger than I actually thought. So, yeah, wow, did I still do what I... So what we're going to do is we're going to pop to, in fact, I think what we're going to do is we're going to drop this here and we are going to pop to the shop, leave this one at the shop, and we're going to lease a bigger tractor. Yeah, it's a shame there's nothing in the sales yet really that's like that. Over the winter hopefully something may drop that's a little bit bigger than 170 horsepower, although again, is this a matter of, well, we just lease something? It's got to be something with the front 3-point link just for a time being. It's a little bit bigger than 170 horsepower. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with the team. Most jobs we can manage. I mean, well, I don't know. Even that 5-metre cultivator, because it's a game one of the proper big cultivators. We need 340, or was it 240 horsepower? I think it was 240. I don't think it was quite that big. Well, that's not implausible for us to get a tractor of that size, but yeah, I always think a 350s can, at a pinch, get you through an entire Let's Play, really. But yeah, let's lease one that's a little bit bigger than this. Let's remember to switch the lights off. And let's go lease tractor. Then we're going to go straight back into the time lapse. Yeah, we are earning very... We might... It's amazing, really. Sometimes... There's twice in my career that I've had a storyline that you think through, and then a set of actions happens that defeats your original storyline. This is all about us having a huge debt, and $750,000 is a huge debt. It is enough to get you foreclosed, really, which we know. Do we go for my... Yeah, let's go for my favourite. I don't get it off... Yeah, I mean, I know I've had it for Neverland, but you're not on Neverland all of the time. Yeah, so let's go for my absolute favourite, which is you, and we will lease you as the biggie. Yeah, we will. We may as well. It is... Yeah, I know we're going to lease it for $18,950. It's not a snippet, but it is well suited to the job we have got at hand. So yeah, it's not exactly it's yeah, it's a little bit pricey really when you consider it. My lights. Ooh, it's a beast. It really is. Yeah, I love this tractor. Yeah. Now this shouldn't have any problems really with doing this, and it should even be able to push through with the tree devourer actually live, which that one I was having to switch it on and off because it's not quite strong enough really to cope with that and everything else. So yeah, right. Yeah, so hopefully over the winter we will buy a tractor. That would be really nice. A nice Fendt or a nice JCB or anything like that really would be very, very much appreciated, truthfully. Anyway, yes, time-lapse. Let's go straight into a time-lapse. We've got this one to empty and sell, and that light switch off. And we are going to take the tree gun because tree devourer, because it does store 50 tons as well in its thing, which is something that seemed to escape my notice on the Forgotten Isles when I thought, why have I only got 27 tons? And that's because I've left the other 50 in the tree devourer back at the farm. Yeah, I'm coming down here and turning around, and we will gradually open this up. There's a lot of trees here. Yeah, what my point was, before I go back to the time-lapse, is I think we may have so much wood here on the edge of our field that we might actually kill the debt and actually go into quite big positives. And it was only when I looked at the amount of trees in daylight that I thought, you might actually... I mean, yeah, I don't mind doing forestry. I quite like it. I mean, this kind of forestry, I've already done lots of the normal type of forestry. Whoa, yeah, it's still 120 tons of push. Physics is not even Superman can do away with physics. This is definitely true. Right, so let's get on with this. Yeah, so I think my gut tells me, but your farming instinct, when you look at the scale of something, is telling me that we're going to clear that debt, and we're going to be, well, I don't suppose I mind in a way, but I did want it to appear to be a bit of a struggle. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've done an awful lot of contracts, but yeah, what I mean is, I didn't want it to appear like it's a breeze. We've just got rid of 750 grand debt, and to make it look so easy. And unfortunately, the way it's gone, everything has dropped into place. So I mean that from a storyline perspective, it looks like it's just been a breeze, really. And it's, well, I mean, apart from the fact that I've driven your quota with 1 million contracts, which obviously, yeah, I mean that has done us proud, but this is going to really, because of the fact we're doing it in January, the best possible time to do it, really is going to do us proud. I'll slow down a little bit sooner, because that is heavy. Yeah, so I mean, we've got storage 200,000, if you remember, over 200 tons. I seem to recall, I said, oh, I've got more than I thought. You know, total another 21 tons or something like that. So we've got that to grab as well before we let go of the 7-tonner. And then we've got all, I mean, I don't know if we get to a certain stage and we can pay off the loan. I think we should just do it, really. I think we'll probably treat that as top priority, because that will really please the bank. Not that I'm bothered about that, I am bothered about my grandma. Family losing their family home that has been obviously here for forever, really. It's the only thing about storylines is sometimes if you've already pitched a story about family, that it's the one that you would do. So yeah, for those who, I know it's not realistic, because I probably had family, well, I've had a family in America as well and all the rest of it, but that's, yeah, I mean, you do have extended family too, but yeah, so I suppose, but yes, what I mean is, it usually would be family that you would do this, so yeah, I want to have quite a few families over Farming Simulator, really, because it's the most plausible story. I suppose you can have friends as well, though, that you would dig out, but it's not quite so believable, and people will go a real, yeah, I mean, you will look after your friends, but what I'm trying to say is you'll go that extra mile for your family. I've got to do something with that bit there. It's a bit bumpy just as you come in. Right, so let's try and widen this out first when we go down in a row. Yeah, I was thinking about, I really do think, I hate this when you've got this, you can't see a thing with all the underbrush, but I know it's also realistic, so I'm always caught between, do I struggle and see, because you can see there's that monster there, that might not even do this, because some of these big ones don't like the tree devourer, no matter whether you go small like that, if you go low. I've often had to, that's why. Yeah, they don't always. This one seems to be, so I'm going to push my mouth because it's making me silly now. Yeah, it's gone brilliant, right. Yeah, and this actually does, I don't think it's gone completely. We'll saw you afterwards, yeah, we will properly do this going forwards. So, I'm going to say my words again, we're going to go straight to another time lapse, and we're going to clear a bit more of this land. So, I'm going to say my words, and I'll see you guys and gals on the other side. point out the time. I apologise for the last pull-in, because my daughter just came in and I paused it for a second. I think it was only half. I mean, you could see the amount after I'd finished, so there was no cheating, but I don't like that type of thing, really. Yeah, it is, as I was saying before I went into the time-lapse. Sometimes things don't really work, but that's going up. It's 100. Although it's up and down. At one time it's 109, then it's 111. That's 114. So I don't know what the price is at present, but it seems a little bit volatile, really. What is it out? Good chips. It's on its way down. 997. Oh, but it's actually gone over its top price, so that does explain it. So yeah, we are in the cusp. I'm wondering what to do, really. We are, because really this is definitely a session without a shadow of a doubt. So I'm thinking we're definitely going to pay the debt off. That was going to, and we're still going to have a lot of money left, and we've still got the 200 tons of our original thing in. So I blasted through this as if it was not a problem at all, and that wasn't really the plan. No, it's although I was thinking about this after I'd said it and I was in the time lapse. I was thinking, is it ever really a good? I mean, very rarely in life do plans work as you plan them, really. But this is an advantage, because this is a plan that went terribly good rather than terribly bad. Very rarely in life does that type of thing happen. So our balance is 415,030. Amazing, really. No, nothing else is going to pop just like that. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning, so really we've got a lot. With the trees are thinning. We've got the one thing I didn't realise, in the dark, I'll show you what. Yeah, we're going to literally end, but I'm going to just show you what. I ran mainly, if you remember, I went into the bottom of the field, the big field, and we came back up. Well, in the dark, it didn't look like there were that many trees, but there are two wings of trees. That they are really wide. That's what we've been chopping. The left-hand wing of the trees that is much more than I anticipated. I'm not complaining. It's just I did also, yes, you will realise I'm not doing that awful. I thought sometimes you've got to try and preserve the magic. I mean, I'll tell you I've done it, but yeah, I took this down a little bit. It was hard to actually get it to the tool to work, but it did actually work in the end, and we're no longer crashing around. Yeah, if you remember. Let's just switch your lights off as well for a bit of realism. Yeah, I went into the main thing and I ran around the edges. I went to that far side where there's a bit of a pointy bit at the end of that, which I'd like to clear that. Yeah, over there we can see there's quite a few trees. That's about roughly the same as we had on our other one, which is probably about 200 odd grand's worth of kit. And then I ran down here where we can see that the hedge is really not very far. But I didn't continue to run or to continue to look, because if you look on the left now, it now widens out into quite a broad area with almost like a little forest. Now that I didn't realise. I mean, I might have seen it or not quite, yeah, because I was talking as well. I didn't venture back. And this is what we've been clearing here, the opposite side as well, that is also very deep. So it will be brilliant for productions. It will really, our new farm, obviously we really are sort of moving away from things. I don't know how we're going to represent that, whether we actually do sell all the individual bits and bobs on the original farm. You won't get any value. I don't think you can. I don't think you're allowed to, if I remember rightly. So yeah, we've cleared a real lot of space off this, and you can see there's an awful lot of spindly trees now. There's these ones these aren't very big at all, but there's quite a few of these which are quite formidable. They vary. Yeah, there's some really giant ones. I think we've got rid of most of those really big ones. That's a big red. They're always very good. The gangly trees, terrible for actually forestry, but brilliant for chipping. So yeah, there's still an awful lot here that would take us up. I don't know how to handle it. I mean, yeah, I was thinking this. You're a typical start from scratcher. That yeah, 415,000 in farming terms isn't an awful lot. We can blow that on one field, which that's not a bad idea. But we've also got equipment. We've got to go through the wind, and we've got no charges now, other than the actual charges of the land and that we own. So yeah, so I think I'm going to leave it here though. This is fantastic. I mean, it's blown me away really. So not only have we paid the debt off, we've got 415,000 in the black, which I could retire now and leave my grandma. But then the storyline ends quicker than it started, and I did intend it to be a little bit bigger than that. Yeah, really. I mean, you can see how that's widened out though. We're just looking at the skyline because it was literally a boulevard of trees. So we really have done well. These ones, I'm only going to... I think I might... No. I'd like to make it a bit more nice with a certain set of trees, whether it's oaks or spruce or whatever, to make it into like a giant hedge, really. I've done that before. I think it was... it's not the one that I think it is. But yeah. And I think we're going to leave this wing as our for next year. Or, no, I don't think we'll be able to get any more trees in there. That's been very well planted. Yeah, really well planted, because it's difficult. There's only way you're going to do that is with the map editor, because you cannot. I want to know, maybe, no, some of them are too close together. Some of them you wouldn't get like that. Yeah, you couldn't do that with a normal, even hand plant saplings. There's still limits to that. I think 6 foot is the tightest I can do. Yeah, there's still the odd one where you can see it. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to aim next session to clear this, and I don't know whether to keep the 200. I know, as I say, really, I think it's we could buy a nice tractor. We could sort of buy lots of land. I mean, land is the biggest thing that's going to cost us. Also, animals. I didn't want to go into animals. It would be ideal to go into animals early. This little windfall could enable us to do that one thing, because it's surprising. I've said this many times. I can have a million, and you'll think, oh, I'll do this, and I'll do that, and I'll buy that. And you spend a million, and you think, oh, I only managed to get my animals, and that's it. We also want to... I think I shall buy it, because this is a black sheep modding special. It is super duper. I mean, the in-game one's not bad. That's the PL75. That's the in-game one. And then there's the black sheep mod. I believe it's black sheep modding. Yeah, it is. The PL10, which I really do love. And it's not just for the price either. It really is amazing. So I think we'll buy... Or do we go hand plant sapling? I like the freedom of hand plant saplings. It's my favourite. Now who is that by? It'll tell us. Let's just have a look. So this is... I used to love this. Very rarely did I use a machine in... what is it classed as? I think it's tools. Here we go. GTX. Yeah, absolutely amazing. That's one of my favourite things in FS19 was the hand plant saplings. So if we planted that somewhere over there, then we plant all of those trees. Now, what are we up to? That's the other thing, because I'm a terror, and I know Mr. Seeley P is as well, for... You cut down your trees and you know you're going to do it, and then you do it in the last session. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to get a bit of traction on seeing the trees grow, and we've got the tree growth manager which can actually do that. So the total, most of it in this session, is 107 trees that we've chopped down. So that's, yeah, if we take away 20% for the gangly ones, because they're just like bushy type things, so that would be 80, call it 87, which is double, which would be 160, 174 trees. That's an awful lot of trees, and that's the other thing. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm going to plant them in the hedges, literally every 6 foot, so you'd be surprised and you think, oh, 174 trees, you're never going to manage that. Trust me, I've done this a lot. I will easily manage that along that line there, easily, and then some more. So that's the way I'm going to do it to begin with. So we've got lots, and of course they are saplings. They are. I mean, so they would still grow if you planted seeds. They're never going to grow because they've got no light. But if you've got saplings, then of course you can easily clear a bit. Well, when I say easily, it wouldn't be that easy to do. But luckily, in FS, you could do it in real life, but it would be a real pain. I don't get anyone to do it. You'd plant it right next to it rather than. I suppose we could do that. But yeah, that's the plan not next session. Next session is to carry on with clearing this. I mean, I'm debt-free. The farm is debt-free, and we have our family home's okay. We've got the new yard that we've actually bought opposite the house now, which is so much better than, well, of course, actually, really, if we, let me just show you. can we zip over there? It's quite a way, but we can zip quite quickly if you're high. Just let you do that. Yeah, just show you the original. That's a new one. That's the one that's another one you could buy. It's further down than that. It's a long way down, actually. It's an awful long way down. I think it's soon. Yeah, coming up now, I think. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. This is our... Yeah, it is. Now, it should have... oh, it has. It's got a caravan. That really doesn't go with the storyline, really. But, yeah, if you click on demolish... Oh! It lets you do it now. Oh, okay. So that's one of the few things it will. Oh, you can sell the silo too. Oh, and those. I'm sure I tried these and I couldn't sell them. So I perhaps tried the things you can't, which are these ones, really. They're fixtures and fittings. You could even sell that. Wow, I didn't realise that was grain storage. And these are typically English sort of thing. So we can't sell this type. I wonder if we sell them, can we actually sell them? As in, like, to get rid of the fact that we've got the second yard and we will move. Because I'd imagine there are some both good and bad memories for my gran with that yard. Whereas now we've escaped from debt and her bank balance is an awful lot better. Yeah, it did something weird when I did the levelling here. You can see there's sort of like a bit of... Yeah, that happened when I did the levelling, but it really was awful. So we needed to. As soon as you hit here, you always went up. It was a massive, massive chunk. So I'd got to do something to make it. Right. Well, anyway, I should go to 0.5 while some chattering. Really. Yeah. So that is the end of the session. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Really, I'm well pleased with what we've achieved. So yeah, in fact, I'm blown away. I'm almost speechless, if I'm honest, at how well that worked out. It is nice though. You don't in a let's play. I don't know. I wanted to string out the story a little bit more, but now we've got a bit of. Yeah, we can afford. Well, I did want to go with Farm Jebs. We can afford that, and this seems like a good. Well, actually, we could actually. Now we've got a little bit of money. We could actually buy that. No, it's the wrong screen. It would be nice for once to actually have the proper production slabs. The closest one is just up there. I think we'll do that now. Brilliant. So we now own that, the production slab. So I think we'll be putting that on there. We might just, I don't know what we're going to do with this, but I don't want to just chop the forest down and do nothing. But I mean, the other option is you can replant a forest of more nice trees. Some of this is rather wild trees that you really wouldn't want as a, although I suppose it depends. I suppose we could put the trees back here, really. Replant bigger saplings to replace the damage that we've just done here. Because it's the ecological impact that always worries me, really, with this type of thing. No, leave it off. Right. All that remains to be said is I really do hope you stick with me on this journey. I say we're doing quite well, really, when you consider. I mean, for considering the debts that we were in, we've now cleared that. And that's us, all those little blue bits. We know that on there. I'd like to get rid of that, even if it meant selling everything piecemeal and then selling it off. And I suppose technically, no, it is our farmyard, really. So it's not beyond the realms of... Although, no, for the storyline, I wanted this to be the farmyard. Yeah, the fact that that's a map farmyard doesn't really matter. So what we could do is sell it all off and give the money back to represent that this really is the farmyard. And sorry for... Yeah, sometimes I ruin the magic a bit with doing things like that. I mean, we know I had to... but really, I think there are some things that I've got to keep my mouth shut and leave those things alone. It's a bit like the magic where you want someone to look at your left hand. You don't then tell someone, oh, look at my right hand. And that's what I've got to get better at, the magic of trying to... Yeah, a bit like that. I still told you I did that. Because I'm always have had that thing where I want to tell you everything. But sometimes I think it ruins a little bit of immersion. So I think I've got to be a bit more secretive on certain things, really. Not, yeah, just because I think it helps with the immersion. And that's really, as a content creator, your aim is to immerse people and make it believable and not really ruin the magic. I think that's a skill I've got to acquire, really, definitely. But enough waffling from me. all that remains to be said is goodbye for now.